The 300 Spartans at the Battle of Thermopylae. In 480 BC, King Leonidas of Sparta led 300 of his finest warriors to confront the assembled might of the Persian Empire. They took a defiant stand at the narrow mountain pass of Thermopylae in central Greece, blocking the invasion of King Xerxes and his army of over 150,000 men. The Spartans were aware they were badly outmatched, but Leonidas believed the terrain offered a small hope. He believed his elite Spartan army could hold back the Persian war machine long enough for Greece to rally. For 2 days, ferocious fighting raged in the pass as the disciplined Spartans inflicted shocking casualties against endless attacks. The Persian army assembled on the plain below was an awe-inspiring sight, even for King Leonidas' battle-hardened Spartan warriors. Wave after wave of imperial soldiers stretched far across the narrow plain that flanked the mountain pass at Thermopylae. There seemed no end to the sprawling ranks of Persian infantry, cavalry, and exotic allied troops under King Xerxes' command. In the face of such an awesome assembled war machine, many of the Greek city-states had chosen to side with the Persians out of mere pragmatism. But Leonidas had brought his 300 elite Spartan warriors to Thermopylae, backed by several thousand supporting Greek allies from other cities, to take a stand and defend against the coming onslaught. The efforts denied him the right to bring the main Spartan army, fearful of leaving Sparta exposed. But Leonidas was determined to guard the crucial bottleneck at Thermopylae from Xerxes' horde. The Spartan forces dig in across the 50-foot wide pass between sheer mountain cliff and sea inlet. They build a defensive wall and wait for the Persian tide to crash upon them. Meanwhile, half the coalition army retreats in dismay at the overwhelming odds. But 700 Thespians along with 400 Thebans shock Leonidas by vowing to stand at his side come what may. Sure enough, after 4 days of stalemate, the Persians attack. Wave after wave of Medes and Scythians are hurled towards the Spartan phalanx plugged across Thermopylae, only to be unceremoniously slaughtered without giving ground each time. Infuriated, Xerxes hurls his elite immortals into the fray with orders to take the pass at all costs. But disciplined Spartan blades, shields locked together, and brutal close-quarters training carry the day. By dusk on the second day, however, Xerxes is tempted to give up. He can scarcely believe such a small defiant force could hold back his mighty imperial army for so long. Rather than order another failed frontal attack, Xerxes dispatches a traitorous Greek to lead a Persian force on a hidden mountain path that enables them to outflank Leonidas' position. The Thebans surrender in dismay when the Persians appear behind Spartan lines, but Leonidas orders most of the army to disperse to fight another day before he and his 300 Spartans dig in for their last stand. Fighting in desperate phalanx formations, ferocious in the face of hopeless odds, the Spartans hold off over 10,000 elites before being killed to the last man, including Leonidas. Xerxes has taken the pass of Thermopylae, but at a shocking cost against such a small defending force. Word of the incredible bravery of the Spartans and their allies quickly spreads across Greece. Their defiant last stand fuels Greek resistance and changes the psychology of how to confront the imperial Persian invaders going forward. Over the coming month at sea and at the ensuing Battle of Plataea on land, an inflamed Greek alliance will manage to defeat Xerxes' forces, ending the invasion for good. The battle enters legend as Greek writers and historians recount the tale of heroic defiance by so few Greek warriors under Leonidas in the face of such daunting odds. His tactical genius combined with the peerless fighting spirit of the 300 Spartans provides Greece an eternal tale of inspiration and courage that resonates through the ages. Though they were slaughtered to the last man, their memory ignited Greece to ultimate victory against seemingly impossible Persian forces arrayed at the gates. The courageous last stand of Leonidas and his 300 Spartans at Thermopylae created a legend that has inspired warriors and free peoples throughout history. Vastly outnumbered, they sacrificed themselves to the last man rather than retreat or surrender. Though the Spartans were ultimately slaughtered by the immense Persian forces, they had demonstrated supreme valor against annihilating odds. Most importantly, their stunning resistance gained precious time for the rest of Greece to rally. United by the examples of Leonidas and his indomitable Spartans, the Greeks would soon drive back the Persian invaders for good. In only 3 days at Thermopylae, 300 Spartans secured immortality through their selfless bravery. Choosing glory over surrender, their legendary final hours in the mountain pass bought Greek freedom with their blood. The story of Leonidas and his warriors facing mighty Persia would echo through history as an enduring symbol of military courage and sacrifice for freedom in the face of impossible adversity.